Hello and welcome. Okay, so I actually had 18 hours of fasting. In that 18 hours window, I did not exercise. I had a big vegetable platter. I was lazing around the house, and that was definitely a day
So you want
off.
to talk that in 18 hours you had that platter or just after that?
After that, tell you in detail that I had all that junk around 6:37 the last day. After that, when I reached home, I started having hot teas, green tea, hot water, ginger, lemon, and everything. I was lazing around the house. I did not wanted to move myself, and that was a day off for me. So I just binge watched Netflix, and that time me and Arvind, I actually took him as well in this 18 hours of fasting. In that 18 hours of fasting, I made a big platter of carrots, cucumbers, and in 6 hours, I had that much only. And that was like my day off, and I did not had anything. The next morning, my bloating was gone. My stomach was feeling nice. My stomach was feeling unrest after all that crap. But after 18 hours, I was feeling nice. My digestive system was feeling nice. So then I made a proper Indian dal, roti, and sabzi. After that 18 hours of fasting, the next day, after 18 hours, I made a salad, huge plate of chickpea salad, one mushroom vegetable, which was oil free, less of masalas and everything, spices. And I made a boiled dal, lentils, and I enjoyed my flex seeds chapati with that. So within 2 days, my in spite, I was very happy to see the weight loss result. I know that when you are not eating, you're not exercising, but you are not eating, you think that you will not gain weight, but you are not anticipating that you will lose weight. So I did lost weight with that. So I just restricted myself from this thing for 2 days, and after that, I read more about 18 hours of intermittent fasting. I was doing it. So there are pros and cons of it. It is sometimes slows your metabolism and all that. So
It
I'm
depends
not
on body to body, I think.
yeah, so I'm not sure that what applies to me applies to your body or anyone else's body. So I would recommend that if you are into fat diets or something, this is the most natural way of doing it. And
I read somewhere about this intermittent fasting. What happens actually? The the period on which you gives your body relax is basically you helping that body to regenerate from inside.
right,
So in that resting mode, it's healing from inside actually.
right,
So
right,
that's why your body feels so live when once
right.
you do all this
Yeah.
kind of activity.
Yeah, but we have to
I've
put
read.
a disclaimer because we both are not a diet
Right,
consultant, or we are not a
right, right,
dietitians.
right, right,
So
right.
if
So it
anyone,
happens to
yeah.
others. So what the person still start, it can start for 4 hours fasting or 5 hours fasting. Then slowly and gradually, if he or she get acquainted with this fasting system, then he can do for 12, 13, 14, whatever the body allows.
So saying from like I saw my changes in a female body. In fact, I have seen changes in male's body as well. He was feeling light, and you know, definitely I was not moving myself. I was not exercising in that 18 hours. So if you are going for like a gym in 18 hours, I don't know, like do not do it. This is what is the disclaimer, that if you want to do it, consult with your doctors and dietitians and all that. But I saw the result and I felt nice. And um, definitely when you there are certain things which are not in your control of eating food, close proximity and everything. So yeah, this helped me, and I support intermittent fasting, and that's why I made a short as well, because the time I saw that, wow, like, I did not gain weight, but I reduced good amount of weight, and
Okay.
like 2.5 pounds, like I reduced it even with eating all that. So I have to make a short. So that's why I stressed so much in my short as well, that intermittent fasting is actually the first step for any beginner weight loser, and they can see the impact um, very early in their stage. And after that, you should go for a zigzag dieting, like, eating, not eating, carbs, not carbs. So you have to work with your medical practitioner who is consultant or something. But I know my body now, so I can take the charge of my body. I have thyroid, so things to avoid, things to eat, what are the things. So I am trying on my body. So that is the only message I want to convey. So, on that topic, Sakshi, let's discuss what are the most weird and the fad diets people do to reduce weight. Let's elaborate what are the steps, how do people do it, and have you heard anything about fad diets people try, especially teenagers nowadays?
Yeah, I have read or learned from different people. Like, there is no shortcut for anything, right? So we had talked about this earlier in one of the videos. I don't
Right.
remember exactly when, because there is no shortcut for anything. It's like you have to lead, you have to climb the ladder step by
Yeah.
step.
True. True.
So I also tried once this one apple a day with lots and lots of lemon water to reduce around 10 kgs in a week or something. But actually, it just, I don't know about other people how it reacts on their body, but it actually adversely reacts me. So what happened? I just stopped eating outside food. So for that whole week, I was not eating anything. I just having the apple and the lemon water. Although it helps me in reducing, but my skin texture deteriorated. My hairs were falling. Whatever. Once I just closed that 1 week, then I start eating anything. It feels me like or something. My tummy is not settled. So I personally I am not in a favor of all these things. I like just being an Indian or being in citizens or being a person. You can't always do this one apple a day and a lemon water for whole life, right? So
Yeah,
once you start eating anything, huh?
we're not supporting this fad diets, but I wanted to generally know that what are the different fad diets you have heard before. Like I have heard a lot about different kind of weird fad diets. So I'm not supporting as well. But I wanted to know
Yeah,
that what are the other, like, like you said, apple and lemon water.
lemon water.
Yeah. So any other apart from that?
Yeah, like only dal or something in a meal and just shake in the morning
Okay.
and a protein shake in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, recently someone recommended one thing. Like whenever you feel hungry, you just have that protein bar, 10 grams, that protein bar happens now with almonds or something. So I don't know about how the people will, because you can't do it this thing for the whole life, right? So
Right.
once you start eating the wholly food, which it contains carbs, proteins, and everything, so our body requires everything. I'm not saying
True.
every time you keep on eating all these things, but still, one meal should be so proper that you are able to concentrate on the other activities which you are meant for. Like if you're
Right.
talking about me, I have to concentrate on my job, my family, my house. So if I am doing this, I always feel agitated. I'm not feeling concentrated towards anything. So I end up with nothing, right?
Okay.
So I think we all have to be that kind of food which makes us happy as well and helps in reducing. It's not like every time we feel irritated to our family members, to our friends, to our office colleagues. It doesn't mean a diet.
Yeah, true, true, true. So, I have heard a bunch of diets and I have read a lot about diets. So, there is starting from a recent movie called as Oppenheimer, which has recently been released, and we'll be going for that. It's a movie which was made by a person. Dunkirk was the previous movie, and Inception was one of the movie which I have not understood. Even the laws of science have failed in that movie. So this is kind of a weird movies. In that, there is a hero who shared recently in the article that he had one almond a day to look like, he has been deprived of food. So his role was like he wanted to look like he's deprived of food or something. And he prepared himself for this role by eating just one almond a day. And I that article like was like, oh my god. And then I realized that around 10 or 11 years before, my childhood school friend was a doctor. She's a, I think she's a dermatologist in Delhi. And when she was getting married, she told that she had one tomato sliced into few slices, and she was having like one for breakfast, these slices for the breakfast, these for the lunch, and these are for the dinner. So she being a doctor, and her parents are also doctors, so she did like tomato kind of a diet. And back then when I was just starting my corporate life, I thought that it will be very difficult for me because traveling on public transport and working and family and my health. So I'll not be able to do it because she is living at home. So maybe she might be able to do it. But the thing is that the tomato diet worked for her because she was glowing. And I don't know what was the science behind it, but tomatoes, she had just few, I think one tomato sliced or two three tomatoes, I don't know that, but she did had that thing. And she had incredible results. She was looking awesome, like body shape wise, and she was not having any dark circles or something. Her face was like glowing. So that was like my personal one-on-one kind of an experience with a doctor, surrounded by doctors who did this kind. And I did try it for a day or something, but I was like too naive and too much into food back then. So yeah, it did not pan out that time with me. Then apple cider vinegar diet, that is also very famous.
Yeah, I have heard of.
Yeah, so apple cider vinegar diet is also very famous. And yeah, that's pretty much the fat diets which I have heard about and closely I have not done myself, but yeah, I know the bitter gourd and lentil soup diet is also one of the diets. So yeah, these are the kind of diets. I don't think so. Rightly said by you that they are not consistent to follow, and there is no evidence of if that weight will come back or not. I don't know that. I don't support it, but intermittent fasting has its own pros and cons. So I would highly recommend people to go ahead, consult with your doctors and medical practitioners or dietitians, whatever they are following. And the proper diet should be filled with fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. I am
Yeah,
watching closely my
actually.
proteins because I'm upping my protein. There are certain food items which I have to refrain from eating. So I try as much as possible. Nowadays, people are saying that dairy is actually causing them a lot of issues because we are not getting fresh cow's milk or buffalo's milk or whatever. So nowadays, people are saying, most of the gym fellows or doctors are saying to be away from the dairy, which is like eggs, milk, curd, yogurt, and etc. and cheese. So I don't think so. I am not that determined person to make myself away from it. But the healthy swaps, which we are talking further in our conversation, is what are the healthy swaps, healthy alternatives of the food craving. So let's start with you, Sakshi. What is the healthiest alternative to sugar for you?
Healthier alternative for
Sugar.
suits you. Sugar.
Sugar. Huh.
Okay, so jaggery.
Right.
And we have, I don't know what you call it, but this khan.
Okay.
So exactly, we in India we easily get that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's of I mean, beige color, sort of white color, sugary. Just
Okay.
just we have that. If we just crush the sugar, we get that white powder. So it was like off white powder,
Okay.
little crystals in
I
that.
I know that.
Yeah. So that's a
Yeah.
card. That's a
Okay.
sugar that I don't heard about. I heard about stevia, but I haven't tasted it.
Okay. So these are
So,
the
but
alternatives for your sugar craving.
yes, and the best is dates.
Dates. Okay. So for me, similar. I have tried stevia. It doesn't taste nice, so stevia is out of the question for me. Honey is
Yes,
one of the things which I use in my coffee as well. So
coffee.
yeah, I do honey, coffee powder, and almond milk, and it does nice taste for me. So
That's it.
yeah, so I do that most often, and honey, dates, jaggery, and I have also had 100% cocoa powder, and I also have dark chocolate.
Yes,
So
I have
above
read somewhere
70%.
in China or something. Whenever they have the fruit craving, so they had this fruits, sweetened fruits.
Okay,
So to subsidize, so they don't eat sugar. So they whenever they want to, like we used to eat chocolates.
right,
So whenever they have that sweet tooth or they want to have something sweet, they tend to have fruits. So they
nice.
subside that sweetness.
My mother actually had that because that time when she was growing, there was no chocolate per se. So she used to have bananas and lychees and mangoes as a sweet dish, like sweet tooth kind. I also had one recipe for people, like, for example, when you are very low in energy, and so there is a drink which I make, which is avocado and dates. So take 5 dates or something, depending upon the size of the dates. Take one avocado, add some water or milk, and when you drink that, it's like filled with sugar and sweet. So I've heard that in Korea they drink this. If I'm not wrong, or I have seen just a Korean person making it. That was her sweet dish after the uh, food they
Meal.
had. Yeah. So that was for the sugar. What about salt? What are your healthy alternatives to white salt?
We have that pink salt, and I preferably that black salt also sometimes a pinch of black salt. But for me, I think I try to be eat less salt food. So I don't prefer the more salty food.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I prefer less salt. So for me, alternatives I never use the white salt. I use white salt for that just cleaning purposes.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
So not for the body. So pink salt
Nice.
and the black salt.
Okay. So for me, I also have similar to you, pink salt, and I also have rock salt as well.
Okay.
So, and the mini trick which I tried is I have put that salt in a shaker. So now whatever I cook without salt, anything. And then when I'm eating, I'm just putting the shaker or the table salt on that, and that way I have reduced a lot amount of my salt now. So whatever
Great.
I'm making, I'll do it. So what about the healthy alternatives for oil for you?
Oil.
Yeah.
The best is that use the grated coconut on the food.
Very good. Very, very good. Very
So
healthy.
that's the
Yeah.
best. I think other for oil, whenever you want to have that. Recently, I changed all the oils with this this what do you call it, mustard name, this groundnut oil,
Groundnut oil. Okay.
flea kernel, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I just instead of some refined oils or
Right.
something, I just skip to that, and the I use pure cow deshi ghee.
Okay.
So I use this thing.
So, okay, that's good because ghee or what it is called, the butter, I think, if we can say, the pasteurized butter, if I am not wrong. So for me, I have read a lot from past few months now. So for me, the healthy alternative to oil will be uh, coconuts, definitely yes, but um, I don't have that. I have to break the coconut and everything, and I'm not good in that. So what I do is, first hack which I have tried is I've started making food in cast iron thing, which is already I put some mustard oil and just rub it with it. And then I've started making my food in that. For like some sautés or something, I use olive oil or the sesame seed oil. But I use it with a brush, so that also reduces my oil intake. And the another hack which I have tried is flex seeds. So if you grind those flex seeds and they generate, like if you saute those flex seeds and then you grind it, so it generates its own oil. So once you put that flex seeds on the cast iron pan, it actually helps to not stick that food to the pan. And it has a very nice healthy flavor. So when you cook that food for yourself, like even a simple chapati or a roti or bread or whatever, you will find the difference that you are eating like a very healthiest form of food, which your body will thank once you start eating that. So that is the one of the alternative. I also made a tikki with that. So no oil stuff. So I mixed all the chickpeas and all the veggies and everything, and I made those balls and just rubbed it with the flex seeds, and it was very uh, healthy and healthiest alternative to oil. And I also have one spray, the olive oil spray. So
Acha.
the spray actually helps to control it if you are not putting like so many sprays, like one spray at a time. So you control your oil intake by that. So that might be the healthiest oil alternatives from my side. What are the other alternatives? I think for the fries, I think sweet potato fries is the healthy alternative. What do you say? So I know that it
Yeah,
doesn't.
but I don't. I prefer not to eat.
So I am not restricting myself, but yes, if given an option in a restaurant to go for a sweet potato fries or a fries, I will go for a regular fries because I have not eaten for a good amount of time.
Yes,
But if I
yes.
have eaten like in a week, I have eaten this
So
one
that
and then
that
again, so I will opt for the that one. What is the healthy alternative to rice? Because
rice,
that we have a variety of rice in India. So, what is the healthiest alternative to rice?
brown rice, dalia. You can have the dalia, brown rice, and what do you call quinoa? Quinoa, what do you say?
Quinoa. Quinoa.
Quinoa, right? It's like
Yeah.
quinoa,
Quinoa.
and but the plain rice taste is inseparable,
But I'll tell you the
indispensable.
story, Sakshi. Seriously, I eat quinoa very happily. I eat red rice. I have actually swapped my poha to red poha and red rice poha. And I know that red rice doesn't, like I like brown rice compared to the red rice. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you that quinoa is the best form of alternative, the healthier alternative to rice, because I don't know, I have developed that taste to it. And when I recently had that white rice, I was actually not enjoying that rice. It was a coriander lemon white rice, and it was a basmati rice or something, which was like in a very good Mediterranean restaurant. They served with the kind of falafels, which is like you make it out of your cauliflower pakoras, you can say. So, and a chickpea mixed with it, and I don't know what else. But I was not enjoying that white rice. I did not. I don't know. I
Next
have
time, next time
stopped
we want a
eating.
video from you, sharing the recipe of how to make that goodness so tasty.
What?
We want a
In
recipe from you.
Yeah, I will share the, actually, what we can do is the next week here, we can be in our kitchens and prepare a healthiest food which we can give it to ourselves. Well,
I
how do
love
you?
watching you.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I am in.
Okay. So, so we can both, like, you can make a drink. Okay. If you don't want to go to your kitchen, you can make a drink, the healthiest form of drink, or a shake, or a smoothie, or whatever. So let's do that next week, when we are meeting and talking about our 10-week transformation. Let's go in and I'll cook something and you'll make some smoothie out of it. Okay. A healthiest, whatever the combination you want to choose, the
It has to be
healthiest option.
healthy.
It has to be healthy. It is a weight loss. It is not weight gain. It is a weight
Okay.
loss. So we have to encourage people to reduce their weight and be on a healthiest form, rather than adding them to put in, like, because the
We
the
give
the world is
diet
filled
as
with
well.
our population, so we have to reduce that kind of numbers there, and be in a fit population. So yeah,
Yeah.
rice alternative is this. For the bread, I have recently heard, I have not tried. I try the sprouted grains bread, but I have recently, I think it is available in India, the rye bread or ragi bread. I don't know.
Ragi
Rye
bread.
bread or ragi bread.
Ragi.
Ragi
But
bread. Yeah.
I don't know about it. I haven't heard it yet. But
So
let me search.
yeah, I think there was one you might have seen that a lot of I know that obesity is there in everywhere in every part of the world, but Koreans have good skin and are very lean, you know. So this was one of the Instagram account which I follow. The guy is 60 years and the woman is 56 years, and they have an Instagram account, and they show that they are working and how healthy, what are their lifestyles and everything. And I have become a big fan of that account. And that was the bread which she told that, they generally share what are their lifestyles all about. And they are very enthusiastic people, and if you see it, I have also shared in my Facebook as well. So this was the jam for today, and let's end this now, and let's meet next week. So we have officially been in 5 weeks, and I am 2.5 kind of pounds down. And I'm not asking you because you said that you were stressed and there was a weather issue and all, but I hope that any of these things which we talked might have helped someone, and even if one person helped, like, even if it helps you, it is great. And this is the way we learn and share our thoughts on weight loss. So signing off, and meet you next week. And let us know in the comment section if you have tried any fad diets and what was the result, and what are the healthiest alternatives which you use in your day-to-day routine. So bye. Sakshi, you can also sign off. So
Okay. Thank you all. Bye, Kamna. Bye.
bye.